Let's get cooking. Gonna be all right. We have. Oh my god. Please behave. None of my tables are behaving. Good enough. Okay. We can see everyone now. Let me just put away some stuff that I don't need right now. I'm gonna start off with the Thai curry, I think, because that doesn't need to cook for very long. And then I'm going to do the ragu, and then do that in that order. Chicken. We have mushrooms, carrots. Basically, a lot of the same ingredients across the beep beep. Right. So much stuff. Right. Let's take this down. The kale is going to go in my ragu, so that can go in the fridge for now. Right. Put stuff away. And sake is for the ragu as well, so that doesn't need tomato paste. Oh, so much stuff. Everything. Wait. Right. What do I actually need? These will be required later. This I don't need today. Use the pot. Okay. Just going to do a very simple, no frills Thai curry kind of a situation first, and then we shall do a nice long cook ragu. The second dish. I'm away in Australia next week, so just going to do a bit of meal prepping. The husband can survive in peace and in health. So it's going to be making little curry cubes for him. Yes, let's get going. We're just going to essentially put everything through the chopper. I wanted to do like a kind of like a keema style Thai curry, so everything is like minced rather than it being like a chunky curry. Never really done that before, so I want to give it a go. So yeah, let's do that. Oh, rings off. I don't want to be cooking with the rings on. And then we are gonna get started. The tins can hang out on the side. needs to dry before I can put that into recycling. First, let's peel some veg. All right. I'm going to do 2 carrots, an onion, mushroom, pretty standard Thai curry affair. Might see if I have some like peas or something in the freezer, and I might add that in as well, just for a bit of greenery. But we'll see. Bag for our nuts, because we're going to have a lot of those. Right. Going to put this over here for now because we don't need them just yet. I'm just going to grab a bowl to contain everything. Just going to chop carrots up so they can go in the chopper. They're going to fit both carrots, maybe. A little bit smaller than usual. I think they will both go in. Maybe it could be ambitious. Might be ambitious. Can try. We shall see. Right. Carrots getting a chop first. I can even put this on. Right. See if this goes. Yeah, there we go. I'll put it on the thingy. Sauce. Nice. Very good. Basically, I just want to make everything the same size as chicken mince. So it's kind of like a smooth curry rather than like a, chunky curry, because we're using chicken mince today. Another couple. Good stuff. Empty that into our containing piece of rubber spatula to get everything out. To Sarah, a lot of veg in together, so doesn't really matter too much. I should have, now that I think about it, I should have maybe I'll cut enough veg for both meals, because basically using all the same vegetables across the Thai curry and the ragu. So I might do that. Quickly do more carrots and just get them both out so that we have more efficient cooking. Let's do that. Okay. We have 2 more carrots incoming and another 2 more carrots and onion. for our ragu. Good idea. Rather than doing it separately, it's going to use the same stuff anyway. Batch it together. Two more carrots this time. This is for the ragu, but we're just going to add it to a pile of minced carrots. Just putting the carrots in the round just so it's easier for the chopper to kind of catch the edges. Nice. Should have plenty of room for this one. Slightly smaller carrots. Maybe I chopped it smaller. Who knows? Right, and we go again. A bit more. I was having a look at the size of the bits in here. A little bit big. Nice. More carrots chopped into the bowl again. And then basically do the same for the mushrooms and the onions also. Everything's just going to get minced down. And then we will have basically a onion carrot mix ready for both dishes. I say both, it's the same thing. I am anti-celery. I don't understand celery in ragu, so I'm just going to skip it. I don't know. I never really feel enough of a point in celery in ragu, so I just skip it because it's expensive in Japan. It's not really a common vegetable, so I'm not about to splurge on things I don't really think make that much of a difference. So, gonna go in with the mushrooms next. These guys don't really need much chopping at all. They're softer than carrots. I'm just trying to think whether I want mushrooms in both the curry and the ragu, whether I just do it for the ragu, or just for the curry. I don't know. Let's see how much I end up with. It's totally not going to fit, isn't it? Let's see. Probably should have cut it a bit smaller. I'm gonna go. There we are. Let's try it. Probably better off filling it so much and doing it into a ratchet with all the baking I have to do. like whole chunk still in there. Yeah, there's still kind of chunky boys in there, but still quite a lot of chunky boys in there. It's just in there for extra oomph. They're fine. They're fine. Just, I think we're going to do mushroom and carrot mix, so it would just be distributed amongst both dishes. I think I can't be bothered separating at this point. I'm just going to do. Oh, you're very chunky. A couple of uber chunky boys, so I'm just going to push them back out. Give them an extra spin. I don't know if that's actually going to spin so little stuff in. We can try. Try that. There we go. Yeah, you can spin just a small amount. We'll still go. And there goes our onion. Sorry, not our onion. Our mushrooms are in. So that's done. And next we have our onions. I'm not going to really bother washing in between the vegetables because it's all going to get cooked together anyway. So we have our little onion and carrot mix now. That's just going to be for both the curry and for the ragu. Right. Next we are doing our onion garlic mix. These are onions. Hoping our onion skin guardian angel is kind to us today. And they are relatively kind. Oh, no, apparently not. Really pissed them off. Not enough. Not enough offerings. There you go. I'm gonna cut these into rough dice so they can fit into our chopper. Like so. Or not, maybe I might have to do 3 rounds on this one. I am just checking whether I had a rogue garlic. I do. So I've got 2 cloves of garlic. Just go in with my onion. A little rough chop. Let's see if that closes. There is. Hi, Wizzle. Sorry if I didn't see. Why is my sound not turned up? I did not hear. I am doing good, thank you. We are doing a bit of meal prepping because I'll be obviously away for a week and a bit next week. So just doing a bit of meal prep to make sure husband survives my absence. I know he'll survive. He'll survive just fine. He's lived by himself before, but I'd rather him make sure he has some meals in the freezer so he survives healthily. Yeah, sorry, my clearly my sound wasn't going, so I didn't know to look up. Yes, I'm just doing a bit of big batch cooks. So I've got a Thai curry going up in first, and then I'm going to do a beef ragu. So I'm going to do a little pasta sauce as well. So they're all going to go into the freezer. The husband has things to have backup meals in case he does not want to do things. Not showing on the screen. That is strange because it is meant to be there. Which, that is strange. I don't know why. Yep, that is precisely it. Let's have a look. See, is chat? Why is the chat not going? How bizarre. Who knows? Honestly, I never know with Twitch. It's always just it's all living its own little random life. Right, we have a touch of oil going in to the pot. Too much because we've got a curry paste, which also contains oil as well. Grab a little individually portioned curry paste that we prepared last time. Okay. Your pot of Thai curry paste. Nice and easy. And just hang out for a second and become fragrant. Oh, nice and spicy. Hitting my eyes already. I woke up about 2 minutes last night. She was so tired. She fell back. I say, "Oh no! Thank you so much for popping in, even if it was brief. You didn't really have to. You really didn't have to. I suppose you got to keep that stream watch streak, don't you? And to be fair, you can. I'm pretty sure you can catch up on the streak by watching the VOD anyway. So no worries there. We are currently just frying off the curry paste just to give it a bit of fragrance. A bit. Yeah, so this one's going to be a very simple curry. Well, I'm going to actually shove a block of tofu into this one as well, just because I have a block of tofu that just kind of is hanging out and it needs kind of eating. So that's just going to get yeeted into there. Drain the tofu liquid off. Right. I thought for a second the tofu smelled weird, but it wasn't weird. It was just the combination of smell. Right. That's going to go in as well. Right. The spices are fried. Just going to turn that down a moment while we add our onion garlic mix. Fry up a second as a head start to the rest of the vegetables. Look off for a second. Oh, that's spicy. Oh no, that's like attacking my eyes. It's like the onion and the chili just both attack my eyes at the same time. Wow. Okay. Thanks for that. Oh, my eyes. My eyes. Damn. Right. Let's get that fried up for a second. Let that go. And then I'm going to just start getting my other onion and garlic ready because that's for the. So we're making 2 dishes today. Got that, but not firing at mom. So we're gonna get 3. That's amazing. All the bananas. How many banana like bundles do you get out of a out of a out of a plant? How many bananas in a bunch of bananas? It's like, the ones they sell in the supermarket have like what, six six to a bundle, But like I know in reality they look like grapes. How many do you get? That's nice. Rain is good, especially when it's warm. Makes it feel tropical. Probably makes the bananas feel at home. They're like, just like the motherland. The vegetables are going well. Are there any vegetables that don't like the rain? I don't think. Ready for our next whiz around. Let's get that going. Now that these guys have had a bit of time to fry off, add approximately half of the carrot mix. If it wants to get heaps of each bunch. Nice. Right, we have that going. Chicken. Let's get that steaming off. And we have our chicken going in. Oh, I hope there was no paper on the back of that because that went straight in. Safe, no paper. I never know like which ones they add paper to and which ones they don't. I see. Yes, they do go moody, don't they? Gonna smush all the chicken into the rest of it. And once they're all incorporated, we can then add our coconut milk. A pack of coconut milk here. Yeah, well, I've kind of just smushed it all in together, but once it starts actually cooking, it will turn into mince. Trust me. I just need to kind of leave it a second. There we go. You can see it kind of starting to crumble now. Yeah, when I was smushing it at the start, I think it was because the mince was cold, and so it wasn't like cooking like immediately. But now that it's starting to cook up, starting to crumble, good. I'm gonna go in with our coconut milk. One side, air hole on the other side. I have a feeling, yes, this is a along the whole top kind of situation, I think. Yep. All the like water came out and not the cream. This doesn't need a lot of cooking because it's all mince. I deliberately used mince so that I could get this made quickly, and so I can take this out of the pot, and then I can keep using the pot for the ragu. So this is probably only going to cook for like 10-15 minutes in the pot, and then it will be done, ready to go into the freezer cubes. I might save one portion for like a pair of portions rather for actual dinner, but yeah, basically I really forgot tofu. Just gonna add the tofu in as well because why not? Just don't want to add too much liquid in because it'll get too soupy otherwise. This is all just gonna blend together. It's all just gonna disintegrate really. Bit of extra protein, bit of extra creaminess. I'm using half as much coconut milk as the curry paste requires, so the tofu will add a bit of extra moisture and creaminess in lieu of the coconut milk. As you can see, it's all kind of just disintegrated already. And I'm just going to let that come up to temperature, bubble up a bit. It would make a great pie filling, actually. Probably a bit too wet for pie initially, but once it kind of thickens a little bit more, it would absolutely make a fabulous pie filling. Tofu tends to be a bit wet until it gets cooked down a bit. You just taste a bit. Everything is, I mean, a chicken is the only thing that needs cooking, so. Silken tofu? It is. Actually, no, was it silky? I think it might be like slightly firm. Yeah, slightly firm tofu. So it's not like fully silky, but it's not like fully like a halfway between one. Nice. Just the flavor now. I don't know why I'm in the fridge. I'm looking for my fish sauce. Actually, I have some leftover fish sauce that I made the other day, which we're not going to use. So I'm just going to chuck that in. You're good. I got you. Spoonful in there. Oh, probably needs a bit of extra sweetness. Give that a taste. A touch more, I think. Fish sauce for salt for this type of a curry. Soy sauce also fine, but I'm gonna do maybe yay much fish sauce because I don't want to make the sauce look too dark as well. Soy sauce tends to make, darkens the color quite a bit, whereas this is much less opaque than soy sauce. So just in my opinion, it doesn't make things taste fishy at all. It just adds a much nicer profile. Oh yeah, I use soy sauce on everything. Mm. I just feel that fish sauce makes it taste more Thai. It gives it more of that kind of Thai characteristic. So I do enjoy. Look at me go, tasting my food. I'm going to also add a touch of sugar because I feel like an iconic Thai curry has like that sweet and spicy situation. Yep, I am guilty for that. In Japan, you can get white soy sauce precisely so that for the purpose of not turning your dishes darker. Like half a teaspoon. I got angry fast. Oh yeah, absolutely. I love adding a bit of like soy sauce with a bit of sugar and a bit of vinegar. It gives it that like really Moorish flavor. Mm, nice. A touch of sugar just really like hits the kind of Thai flavor. I'm just gonna turn that onto a simmer for like 10 minutes to cook everything through. So we can now think about doing next meal, which is a ragu. However, what I do need to do is clear out a container, because Um, I've only got one of these little cubes. I need to find my other one. I think it's in the freezer somewhere. So I need to dig that out. I think it's still got. Oh yeah, here we go. Got my. I got no room. Still got my Put you over here for a second. Say, I think this is my like red wine juice from I can't remember when. Let's just get these guys out. This will be turned into something that just isn't today. Oh my god, workout. Why is this so hard? My muscle. Go. Why we not? Please. Oh, this is so dangerous. It's gonna end up on the floor. There we go. Oh yeah, so much stuff ended up on the floor. Great. That's just gonna go freezer bag. Shelf back into the fridge. Freezer, rather. No fridging. It will turn into a slop. Go back in. And future me can deal with that. What have I dropped on the floor? Frozen meat juices. Yum. Right. Gonna need a wash. Back here. We can be binned. It did say. It was like, no, I'm living a comfy life inside this mold in the fridge. I ain't leaving. Right. Now, next meal about to be prepped. So we had garlic and onion in here. So this one is going to be for our beef ragu. Funnily enough, exactly the same base ingredients in both the curry and the ragu. Same amount of carrots and onions and mushroom and stuff. Except the meat is different and the flavors are different. And voila, we have two very different meals. So nice little hack. Are we good? Almost. Yep, that's good there. How are we doing in here? Kind of hoped the curry would be a bit redder because at the moment it's looking a bit pale and a bit pasty coloured. But that is fine. I can survive. Just trying to see if I have any like peas or something. I might add some like edamame beans in at the end because I feel like it needs a bit of green, People, yeah, feel like it is definitely, good for the moms. All right, so that's gonna go. Let's get the beef out so it's not so cold. Here's our beef that we purchased on Was it Saturday? Saturday that we bought our little bit of Australian shoulder, beef shoulder. That's going into our ragu. So let's get this out and give it a little chop up. That is a big old chunky boy. Yep, the Australian beef that is cheaper than in Australia. How does that work? Who knows? I'm going to do large-ish chunks because it's all getting cooked for ages anyway. So no need to go super, super tiny. Yeah, this guy was half a kilo for like a tenner, $10. So it's I mean, it was on offer, but even then, that is pretty ridiculous. Yeah, this is meant to be for steak, but I am braising it because if it's good for steak, it's going to be absolutely delicious in a ragu. Mm, mm. Into that cap, so it's a good rendering. No problemo. Anything for you, my love? Go. Just gonna give it a good salting wherever my salt is. The window open because I feel a chill. It's closed. Good. I think I'm done with the chopping board actually. Look at my efficient cooking. A little herbs de Provence going on. Okay. Okay. Hello, hello. Life of the life of the breadwinner, eh? Do we need anything else in this before I bag it up? Probably much more. Just so it just kicks nice. Day off tomorrow, but I need some yard work. Yeah. Gotta get through them chores. Right. Nice. Yum. Just gonna finish off with adding garnering for this. These don't need cooking, but I thought just needs a bit of colour, you know. slightly much. Just so you know, it looks like a healthy slop, not just slop, you know. I was hoping the curry paste would come through a bit redder, but such is life. Let's bag you up. Scoop this over. Oh, that's totally gonna spill everywhere. Right, let's go. Hopefully, I don't make an absolute fool of myself. Don't know why I went for that slot and not the one far end. Oh, I missed. Just gonna have to make sure they end up in every single slot. So it doesn't matter what order. Really good for not having to wash the veg. Can you try garden? The vegetables need looking after, ma'am. You gotta love the garden so it loves you back with all the produce. Right. Fill to the brim. Hope I've made the right amount. I'm hoping that they fit perfectly into the cubes. It'd be very annoying if they don't. Scoop these over so they're laying flat. Have I made like just a touch too much? That's also kind of annoying. I so did, didn't I? That's full to the brim. You're almost full to the brim. You're basically full to the brim. Have an extra bean. Right, we have like a snacking portion of curry left. So I'm gonna just pop that into my little snacking container. How much is snacking? This much. I'm gonna be ambitious and say this much. To be fair, if I was only this much off, pretty good. I don't know why I'm going so close to the edge of my hob. Right. All things considered, not too much not too bad going to which one are we having for dinner tonight, or is it neither? I mean, whatever we have left really that doesn't fit in this. So we've currently got half a portion of this curry left, and then we will have however much ragu left. We're just gonna play by ear. To be fair, all things considered, I didn't do too bad on the getting the right amount cooked. That's not too bad. I didn't really you know, weigh anything, kind of check the amounts. You need something to get me through the last 30 minutes. 30 minutes of what? Are you going to come home? Like, come home and then go back to work? What are you suggesting right now? Right. We have 4 portions of Thai curry for Husbando. And then we are gonna gonna clean off the pan. Actually, let's do a big little middle wash up. And before we continue with the rest, that's just gonna hang out here for a moment to cool down a little bit before we proceed with our next bit. Sure now this is hot. Here is fine. Gonna hang out there. Just gonna stack this up so it's not so close to the splash zone that is the sink. Let's give this a quick little wash up, and then we continue with beef ragu. So, as per, why do I put all the containers in here when I know I'm about to do washing up? Right. We have that. Go into recycling. Do a quick washing up of the rest. I've got a hole in my glove already, and I'm very sad. So I might have to go back to green. Maybe pink was a bit too small. Because the green lasted me ages. And so yeah, I'm a bit. No, I swear I only got these like 2 weeks ago. I think it's because although they fit my hands fine, because my nails are long and pointy, they like hit the tips. Probably more than they are designed for. So I think that's the issue. Because with the green ones, they were kind of like sliding off, but like my nails didn't touch the like ends of the glove. And I think, yeah, I think I've like basically like stabbed through the inside of the glove. I think I have to go back to greens. Clearly, the universe is telling me I should have stuck with the green and not changed. So back to the green for my next set of gloves. Because the pink ones are too small and they rip. Yeah, I mean I got these at the dollar store type place, so they weren't expensive at least. I'd be annoyed if I got like supposedly nice gloves and then they didn't last, but they were cheap gloves, so just learned my lesson. Just gonna wash out the silicone situation. Make sure we have a nice fresh container for ragu. I just have like perpetually like slightly wet middle finger because all the other fingers are fine. It's just the one, which is kind of weird. I have a slightly protruding middle fingernail apparently. Dish number 2. I just rhymed 2 and 2. I'm just going to heat up some of the veggie rolls things made me. Ooh, yes. You know what I miss? You know what? When I go to Australia, I'm going to buy some gravy granules, gravy mix stuff. But they don't have that in Japan. And you know what? Sometimes I'm like, I could do with some, little bisto. So I need to put that on my shopping list. Imagine going all the way to Australia. Like, I would like some gravy powder, thank you. Okay, we are washed. Scoot this over this way. Still got a bit of a wet bottom. We are now on to dish number 2. Let's dry the pot with some heat. We are also going to add some kale into this because I feel like, I don't know, it needs a bit of veg. For absolutely no reason, then I just think it needs veg. So it's going to put a bag of kale in there as well. So we have fire. Well, heat is on. I'm going to drizz a touch. Actually, instead of drizzing a touch of oil, I'm going to just take off this bit of fat. That very conveniently, I should have cut a bit cleaner. Nice. Just gonna shove that in there. A nice little, to be fair, I should cut the rest of that off and use it as my massive like on that on the beef. So I'm just gonna put it in. You can just cook off the beef in its own fat rather than having to add fat. So, and then I get chef snack. And let that slowly cook. I've got too much going on right here. Our little kaley boys. This is salad kale, so it is very nice and soft and pristine. Just like already pre-washed. I have a feeling it is. It looks pre-washed. I think it is, Just gonna go just break handfuls into our veg mix. Like, I'm struggling to think of like good, like green vegetables that hold up well in a stew, and I kind of end up with kale, because that's kind of the best I could think of that would like heat really well. And like courgettes aren't really in season right now, so they're not very they're very expensive. Well, I think they're very expensive. My mother grows courgettes, so I'm like, no, I don't want to pay this much for courgettes. Picking up the stalks. No, no part of the kale is going wasted. Just like that. Just poke my way through that. Pushing all of our little fat out of my little fat cap. Just leave those guys to the side. We can start cooking up these guys. Make it fit. It's a bit crowded, but it's fine. We're just browning off the meat. Sizzle, sizzle. A nice little sear on these guys. Purple kale? No, we do not. I have never heard of this. Do do tell. There we go. Little chef snack left over in the pan for us. Here. Chef snack. Little tiny morsels for me. Ooh, please do. Love to see. All right. Little chef meat crumble break. Yum. Mm, mm, mm. Mm, 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 mm. Literally like fat nugget. So good. Mm. Mm, mm, mm. Right. And heat back up. We have our onion and garlic going in. Probably needs a touch more oil, to be fair. Might just not, though. Clean this out well this time because this is just going in the wash now. Out the back of the blade. Please squeeze these guys off. Nice. Scrape all of the goodness off here as well. That will do. Purple kale, that sounds delish. Purple anything I feel like is just yummier than its like not purple counterparts. Purple like yeah, what are those? Purple like broccoli. Love those. And purple cabbage. Love that more than regular cabbage. I feel like it's just better. It's got more flavor. Gonna cook that up for a second. New box of tomato paste. Oh, squeezy action. Should have cut it lower down so I didn't have to like put it through the tiniest little hole. Oh, what nearly ended up outside the pan. Nice. On my nail. Right. We continue our frying. Not forget to season. And go in the vegetables. That's going to shrink down almost instantly. There we go. So we've got a bunch of kale, 2 carrots, and like a couple of mushrooms going in now. So all wilt down. Well, I can imagine those little pies looked amazing. Is that a good salting? Is that a good fry up? As long as these guys have had a mix together, they don't need cooking very long because the beef is going to ragu for like ages. So I don't want to actually keep it too long. So we're going to go back in with our beef. And we are going to not use wine because I never use wine enough to warrant having wine. We're going in with sake. Got them for a big paper pack this time. Little just shy of a liter. This is 900 ml pack of sake. Yep, it cooks down to nothingness. So I'll turn the heat right up. Basically, we're just going to go in glug, 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 really. Oh, right. That's not coming out. It's got a little stopper. How many times have I been tricked by these? Oh, nice fragrance. Oop, missed. Is that a good boil? I was meant to make myself a little afternoon latte and I fully forgot. I might make it now. My failed chocolate milk situation from from the other day is being turned into a latte now because it did not solidify in any way. It is now just luxurious milk. I'm just gonna top it up with milk and put a bit of coffee in and call it a day. It didn't set at all, like not even the slightest. Just gonna go equal parts that, equal parts milk. Shake it up to get the rest of the chocolate off. Frothy. Making myself a little mocha, if you will. Um, um, oh, there is a spoon in here already. Oh, 2 spoons. More milk to shake up the coffee. Instant coffee is great. It sets up, it dissolves in cold, which is fabulous. Where did it go? Yep, just gonna shake up my little coffee mix. Voila. Could do with a touch of, it's gonna be hella strong. Coffee off. I'm done. Probably could have made a bit more, but it's fine. Cheers, my little evening mocha. Mm. I mean, the chocolate is so good. Like the chocolate mix itself is like a really fancy one. So definitely, definitely goes in that regard. Right. How are we doing in here? Just gonna toss everyone about. Nice. We have evaporated the sake of all of its alcohol. Go in with probably about 200 mils. Maybe less. Who knows? We shall see. Need to be able to cover up the meats so they stay sunken. Say submerged is the word I'm looking for. Sunken. All the veggies up to the top. So form a lid on top of the meat. Smush them all down. I know they lined the bottom of the pan perfectly because we've already done it. So we're just gonna schmeasel their way around. No exposed meats. I set the timer for 1 hour. Hang out. Let's do our little paper lid. So we have good circulation. I need to put in my obligatory bay leaf because any recipe that can have bay leaf will have bay leaf because I need to use it up, right? This is for my little lid, a hole in the middle. almost perfect. I will trim that in a second. But first, bay leaf. Honestly, Whittle, you've been here long enough. This bay leaf just never, it's just never ending, I swear. I've used this so many times, I swear. It's still going. Feel like some chips now, salt and vinegar, but we can't be bothered going to supermarket. Ooh, yum. I kind of miss salt and vinegar. Like, never been like my most favorite flavor, but like when you don't have it, it's like, what would be nice? I think of a nice place to shove this steak down the side. There we go. Need a bit more trimming. I know, right? It's just never ending. I can't seem to use enough of it. Have I put enough of everything? You know, I should probably taste the liquid. Yum. A liquid on its own is delicious, but it's definitely going to need some salting later. I don't know whether I should put it in now. Let's put it in now. Salt for ragu in my kitchen is always going to be a Marmite. If I can open it. Ooh, a fresh bay leaf tree. Yum. Unlimited bay leaves. Oh, husband, did you see that? I opened a Marmite jar myself. I spoke too soon. It's moving, but it's not opening. Okay, here we go. Wow, I did it. Little scoopy of Marmite. Going around, melting that into the pot. I didn't even taste that. That was just a hot spoon. Husband has just returned. Not so good. Because my love. Nice. No, you didn't. You said you couldn't justify spending it till you actually needed it in summer. Right. That's gonna just hang out now for however long it needs to hang out for. Fabulous. Coolios. So that's gonna go for an hour and a half. What are we having for dinner? That is a good question. A mocha. Well, it is made of chocolate milk with coffee. So I feel not as guilty having it without you. Mm-hmm. Fun fact, husband is very anti-coffee. He despises the taste of coffee and the smell. So he has been burned one too many times by the fake chocolate cakes that actually have.
Don't call it chocolate cake if it's got bloody coffee in it.
it was very tragic because my mum bought us all cake, like a really nice patisserie, and she'd remembered that Michael really liked chocolate, so she got him a chocolate cake. Um, and lo and behold, it was not a chocolate cake; it was a chocolate coffee cake. So like, poor poor mum has basically fed Michael like his worst nightmare in a cake on more than one occasion, apparently. So now Michael does not trust any cake that my mum gives him. Like, are you sure? So Thai curry is now in the freezer. It will fit. Nice. That's gonna hang out. I might actually, once I clear things up, I might end the stream there. Um, um, because actually, what are we having for dinner tonight? What do you want for dinner tonight? Yeah, it's a big question. Edible is a prerequisite, yes, for eating.
I mean, what do we have for lunch again? We have like a curry, right? So maybe
Not curry. Okay.
not. We have stuff.
Not a lot because we have cleared up most things. Yeah. I'm thinking maybe. I mean, we could do if you want. Okay. I mean, it's currently 5:30. It's
I mean, I guess if we go now.
go now.
What's the menu?
He's got a Napolitan pasta. Napolitan, which is that kind of ketchupy for his version. And he's got a pesto something. I think maybe a lag and just appeared out of nowhere. Oh no. Yeah, it's because husband's back. When husband comes back, the internet crashes out. His presence is an electromagnetic like interruption. No, it's just your presence. We figured it out. Like it's just his presence just messes with the Wi-Fi. You don't want to go out? That's fine. Thursday you're busy unless we do it after. Yeah.
Still down.
Want pasta? I can defrost one of the other ragu from last time and do pasta.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It was kind
Mm-hmm. Fair enough. Dinner has been decided. We are having ragu. Times two. So in that case, I don't think you can be seen there. See, as soon as you come close, the pixels become Minecraft. Okay, we'll do a ragu then. A little pot of tiny pot of I'd lucky you can cook. Are you lucky, husbando? You created your own luck. Go on then, do tell.
It's only happened because I made it.
Can you look to see if you can find the lid to this up there, please?
Oui.
I cannot see. Like same as this, but smaller. Interrupt. I'm pretty sure.
I don't think it's up yet. Almost positive it's not up yet.
Can you check in the drying bit then?
This bit.
Yeah.
Maybe? Yes.
Yep. Sexy leg, sexy leg. Thank you. Right. We are going to do. What time do you want food? Whenever. What time do you want food? When do you want food? As soon as we want. Okay. Because it can be done in as quickly as 15 minutes. In half an hour. Okay. Let's do tidy up part 2. Yeah. Yeah. You worked really hard today. Good. Right. Okay. We have now cooking dinner. Well, I say cooking dinner, we're just reheating some stuff. So it's guy. Little pasta from last time. This is this but last time. We've got a big block for our double portion. I have a little single portion for husband. A bit of water in the bottom so it doesn't burn. And let's swap sides. We've got a little square of ragu coming down. Do you have a preference to spaghetti or fusilli? Fusilli. Pasta today. Husband requested pasta. We get pasta. Da-da-da-da-da. So I'm just gonna let this defrost, and then we're gonna just cook it in the sauce because I can't be bothered dirtying another pan. So once this turns into a sauce, I will then chuck more water in with the pasta and then cook it all in situ. So we're gonna do like 150 Oh, it's making me want more food. I'm sorry. This is what happens when you come onto a cooking stream, though. So you kind of did this to yourself. Right. Let's turn you up. Get the lid on you. Oh. Yeah, basically, if you want to cook pasta in sauce, you just gotta add your pasta, equal volume of water, maybe a bit of extra seasoning, and then you just cook it for like a couple minutes longer than the pasta instructions, and then you have pasta cooked in sauce, so you don't have to dirty a second pan to boil the pasta in. Obviously, it makes the texture a bit different, and you can only do it with short pasta. With long pasta, you kind of have to cook it separately. But we are short today, so we can do that. Just gonna do more washing up. Save myself some hassle later. So let's quickly do that. By the time I wash up, that is the ragu will be mostly melted or defrosted, I hope, and then we can do the rest. Let's get us go. 3 meals bashed out today. Well, 2.5. Water got touch stronger there. What is we sitting at? What I should have done if I was smart was remove those dry ones out of the thing so I had more room to pack things. But I did. Made my bed. Living with my decisions. Fingertips of these gloves are so orange. What are they, what's that from? More good stuff ready to go. Exactly. Just making life easier for my future self. Well, in this case, husband's future self. Because we have the university's like cafeteria is right below us. We are in the same building as the cafeteria. And it makes perfectly fine food. But does not beat the wife who's cooking. So we shall leave some good stuff behind. Because a home cooked meal is always a bit nicer, even if it's a frozen reheat. To be fair, if you cook the carb fresh, I feel like it's very much feels as fresh as you can get, really. Hello, Parker. No, it is not a dorm. We are sorry. I keep missing the messages because my tablet is not making noises. Is this a dorm? It is not a dorm. It is our studio apartment at the university. So, yes and no. It is a little kitchen um, that we currently live in. Or we don't live in the kitchen. It's the kitchen in our apartment that we currently live in. Have you not seen my kitchen before, Parker? Have you only ever watched me open Labubu? Is this what's going on? Um, so yeah, we have a little studio apartment on campus. Um, and because it's owned by the university, it is a très affordable. So we do not complain. Well, I complain anyways because I have to like constantly clean in order for the kitchen to stay usable. But it is a small price to pay for very cheap rent. So yes, this is my kitchen. All like, let's see, all probably 2 meters of it. To be fair, I'm 160, and there's not much more. Look at that. Would you say this is a 2 meter kitchen? So yes, in my kitchen, we cook up a storm. So yeah, we've got two hobs here. So you can see one of them. There's one more on the back. The second hob currently has the beef ragu bubbling away. This one currently has my frozen beef ragu cube from maybe a couple of weeks ago going. This is today's dinner. That's husband's dinners for next week. I've never actually gotten down to actually like put my arm down. It's actually tiny. So yeah, we're just bubbling along in here. We have pasta for dinner tonight. My kitchen is, yes, almost exactly one wingspan. I've got one wingspan plus an extra hob space. And then obviously the fridge, you guys are attached to the fridge. So we've got, the fridge as well. So I don't know. Do you count the fridge as part of the kitchen size? Who knows? We're just currently defrosting a frozen ragu from a previous cook. And then we are gonna just cook the pasta in the sauce because I can't be bothered getting out another pot. My cube of ragu is slowly defrosting as we speak. Gonna shove that back in. Let that bubble for a bit longer. What I need to do is measure the pasta volume because I need equal volume pasta to water, extra water, in order for the one pot pasta to work. Why did I pick this bowl? This bowl has like a lip on the inside, because so that when you eat with a spoon, you don't have, or with a fork, to be fair, you don't have to chase your food around the plate off the bowl. It like drops back into your spoon. How am I doing this the most difficult way? Come on. Here we go. Right. We have approximately 2 cups. Oh, I did. Good spot. And to the kitchen. I can go in clean. So we have just shy of 2 cups of pasta. So we'll be putting just shy of 2 cups of water extra into the ragu. Continuing to frost in here. Still like rock hard. Oh, yeah. So once dinner pasta is done, I'm going to cut the stream because this guy's going to take another hour, probably on top of that. And you do not want to be listening to me blabber and try to kill time for an hour. So, yeah, this is your roughly 15-minute warning to this being done. Is that just what has come out of it so far, or already added some water? I've added like a centimeter of water in the bottom of the pan just so it doesn't like burn and stick. So yeah, I probably added maybe like a shot of water, like a 50 ml shot of water, just to kind of coat the bottom um, of the sauce. And obviously, when it's cooking, it like the water kind of rises to the top. So if I like quickly mix it, it's back to being saucy again. Because all the water rises to the top. Oh, we're almost there. Just got like a little icicle on the middle. Meat icicle in the middle. Yeah, if I like mix it, it's all like regular sauce. I think when you like leave it to hang, all the water kind of rises to the top. Right. Let's give that another couple of minutes to come up to temperature. And then we can add the pasta in, add a bit of extra salt, and a bit of extra water. And that will all cook together in its own little bath. Yep, ragu is bubbling away on this side. Little cooksy. And then we will eat. Ooh. Oh, good stretch. Good stretch indeed. Right, how are we doing? Are we? We have reached emulsification. Right, we are going in with our pasta, 2 cup dish, with our wet container. So we have now pasta stuck to the bottom. Yum. We are doing 2 cups of water. This time. Did basically doing this risotto style. Bit by bit. Add a little 3 meals in one stream. I know, right? Look at me go. Add a touch of soy sauce in lieu of our salty pasta water. So let this cook. So basically, once the pasta absorbs most of the water, I will keep adding more water like I would a risotto to cook it together. It's not like a true one pot set and forget kind of deal, but I think it just tastes a little bit nicer when I do that. It tastes a little bit less watery. You can like keep an eye on the amount of water going in. Yeah. We're gonna do this another meal prep stream again, probably on Thursday, and I'll cook maybe two more meals then. And then, yeah, tomorrow we're gonna do a little hot pot soup, I think, for dinner. Yeah, exactly. The pasta absorbs the water and all that jazz, so it definitely comes together and it thickens it up as well because it's got that bit of flour in it. The stodginess. I'm almost finished with my cursed jar of parsley, so that's just going in. Ooh, I'm so close. I've got like this much left. I cannot wait for it to be done. I'm sitting here being cursed. Like it doesn't even add a nice green. It's just like grey. Lid this ramen. Yeah. Gonna have to restock everything soon. Yeah, I think I might not do parsley again, and I might change to Japanese seaweed. It's a bit greener, and I feel like gives a bit more than this stuff. Maybe it's just because I've like had it for too long. It's gone like not green, but I might change it for because all the reason I want a green powdery substance is to make my dish my food look nicer than it actually is because I'm always lacking like a fresh green. And that is parsley is meant to do that, but this stuff is so pasty that it's not doing its job. So I might try a Japanese seaweed because I don't know if you've ever seen like a takoyaki or like an okonomiyaki or yakisoba type dish. They always do like the green seaweed powder over top, and that stuff is like vibrant green, like almost like the color, like maybe like a bit darker than the color of the top, like halfway between these two greens. Um, you know, and that stuff makes stuff look vibrant. Um, so hopefully they finally have some foliage. I want things sticking to the bottom, so I think we've had absorption. So we shall go in more. Yeah, I need to like start pacing myself on like all new stuff I buy because I know I have like 4 months left in this place. Exactly, just less than 4 months. I need to like make sure I don't buy anything too big, or else I'm just gonna have to like ship it home and be, you know, have to deal with all that. So I'm always like, do I need to restock this or do I just want to restock this? Because if I can live without it for like 3 months, I won't buy a new thing of it and try to like clear out as much as possible. Because there's a lot of stuff in this situation here that I still need to clear out because there's stuff in here that I'm like, oh yeah, this would be nice, and I've bought, but I've not cooked with yet. So I need to fix that. I need to like do like a maybe I need to do like a no like a not a no shop. A no shop wouldn't work because I don't have any like fresh ingredients to go with it. But I need to do like a pantry clear out every day. I have to use something from inside the pantry and use it good, you know. I need to have our advice, mums. If we were traveling door to door, it takes about 15-20 minutes to walk to the station. And then it's a hour and a half bullet train to Tokyo. And then an hour regular train. And then like a 10-15 minute drive on the other end. So all in like 3 hours like on the dot. But like usually a little bit more because it's like waiting in between the trains and stuff. Yeah, we're in completely different cities. Like if we're talking the UK, like we're in like Nottingham and she's in like I don't know, London. The bullet train obviously travels really fast. So if you were to drive, it'd take 5 hours. That's the kind of distance. But because of the fast trains systems, it only takes kind of 3 hours ish to do. Pasta moving. So yeah, we are very much in different places, but like not impossible. To, like I go down every like once or twice a month, you know. That's the kind of distance. Like husband used to come down every weekend because we used to not live before we had this apartment. Yeah, 5 hours is a bit far, but it's not too bad if you take transport. Like 3 hours is like the kind of like you could do a day trip. Like you wouldn't because you wouldn't be able to spend much time, but you know it's still like in the believable realms of doing it as a day trip if you like left really early and came back late. But 5 hours is way too much. Um, let's give this a smoke to see how cooked we are looking. I think we're like 2/3 of the way on the pasta. Yeah. So yeah, we are really hoping that we don't have to like call any movers because his husband moved in here himself when he first arrived to Japan, and then I moved in after with all of my stuff. So like combined, there's quite a lot of stuff here now, and I'm hoping that we don't have to call movers because that's a really long way to move movers. But I'm hoping if we can like bring stuff back every time we go home, like you know bring a suitcase or two every time. Theoretically, I came here with 3 suitcases and the husband came here with 2 suitcases. So technically speaking, we came here with 5 suitcases worth of stuff. However, we have taken back 2 suitcases full already, and there is still so much more stuff in this place. So we've clearly just gained more stuff as you do. So we're slowly chipping away at it. We're like taking back all of our summer stuff, for example, because we're going to be back at my mom's by spring. So if anything, like there's all the summer stuff that we've taken back. We're starting to take back all the books that we accumulated, all the mangas and games that husband's been collecting, and all that kind of stuff. Slowly but surely, we should have um, our that is slowly emptying over the course of the next 3-4 months. Hopefully. How are we doing now? Do we need another spoonful of water, or are we done? I think we are done. Check another pasta in case that was just a fluke pasta. You look done. Still got a bit of like gumminess, so I'm gonna go 1 spoon. So we're pretty close with our guesstimate of the water. Clearly, there was more water in the sauce than I thought. To be fair, that's about the amount of water I added at the start to the sauce, so that checks out. So that's gonna come up to temperature, and then we have pasta ready. 2 bowls for 2 of us. Let's go. Oh, my skin is peeling. I don't know why. Let that come to boil. That off. It's looking delicious and hearty and comfy vibes. Nice. Cool. That is done. Oh, I just accidentally turned the timer off. It's gonna go for another like 50 minutes. So let's put the timer back on so I don't forget. I have to like press the button the whole time because there's no like bigger increments. Something like that. Nice. That's pasta done. We are serving up. 1 scoop for me. I'm not gonna move. I'm gonna be safe here. 1 scoop for husband. Me. Scoop for husband. Extra scoop for husband because he's a man. Hungry man. Little scoop for me. The rest is for the husband. Bit more sauce for me. Voila. Get drink. So my job is easier. Little obligatory extra greenery, maybe. I will use up the parsley finally. See, like you can't even see the green on the pasta. Like if it was actually a vibrant green, this would like make this look so nice. But there is no green. Absolutely no green going on whatsoever. But anywho, this is us done. Thank you so much for hanging out for the last and a bit hours. I'm actually surprised I've managed 3 meals out of that. That's pretty impressive, not gonna lie, even considering myself. So thank you so much for joining, and I shall see you tomorrow. Bye. Say bye.